James Cromwell super glued his hands to a Starbucks counter to protest vegan milk charges. Who is James Cromwell? Am I supposed to know? I don't know.
I have no idea.
He's an actor.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let me just
see if we recognize. So what kind of movie he's in or something like that? Oh, yeah. He's Pig. That'll do, Pig. He's from Babe, the movie Babe. He's 82 years old. Whoa. Looking pretty good. Yeah, I saw Babe back in 1995. I was 10 years old.
I don't remember it.
He's the old farmer, I guess.
Yeah, there he is.
You remember that?
No, I'm just saying I can see him on the title. I don't
okay.
remember it, though. I don't know if I watched that movie.
Wow, I feel like in that Babe movie, there's a moment where he's going to slaughter one of the animals. Am I crazy?
He was the evil?
I don't know, man. I don't even want to speak out a line on Babe.
Okay.
I don't even want to speak out a line on it. But now he's gluing his hand at the Starbucks. I don't know why Starbucks is such a target for this.
Yeah.
Starbucks give you any milk you want in the world. But they're mad.
It's not like they're selling meat, really. I mean,
no, it's the milk one that they're mostly interested in at the moment. And the latest trend is the gluing of the hand.
You just glue your hand to something.
You're gluing the hand. And that's the part that I mean, it's up to you. You don't like, you want the vegan milk, okay.
It's aggressive, though. That sounds
risky.
But
the gluing of the hand, as opposed to, I guess you're trying to chain yourself. It's the modern chaining thing. But I want to know what type of glue you're using on the skin and the type of pressure you're putting on the employee there. I don't know. Can you stand there? Like, is the gluing critical? Because he's not the first to do it. It's a trend now going on.
So what happens if it's happened before? Do they just stay there until, I don't know, like medics come and find a way to separate it and they handcuff them?
I would presume that's the case. Yeah. I don't know if it's painful. I don't know what this glue substance is. What type? Are they just using regular? You need a pretty serious glue to be glued with your hand.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people say
glue.
it's super glue.
That's what it said, super glue.
Yeah, so that's not, you ever read the label on that? That's not recommended.
No, I think it would peel your skin off probably if there's enough on there.
So
it's risky.
I don't know why that's the necessary part to make the statement. The incident happened Tuesday. Protest coordinated with People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA. Cromwell, a longtime supporter of the group, serves as honorary director. Oh, he's deep.
He's big, yeah.
Seen on video posted by the organization asking Starbucks to stop charging more for vegan milk. It's an interesting
hold on a second.
Target here.
He's okay if they charge the same amount as whatever the other offering is. Only don't charge
free.
more.
He wants it for free because if you just get regular milk, it's free.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But if you get a coffee with milk, there's no charge.
Ah, I see.
It's part of the deal.
But if you I thought it was more about the animals, not about the money. But it sounds like it's about the idea that it costs more.
Well, because he's saying that people aren't taking it because of the cash. His point is that if it was the same price, a lot more people would opt for it. Oh. And therefore, Starbucks would be a smaller purchaser of cow milk.
That makes sense. Okay.
That's his point.
Okay.
But I would assume that Starbucks is just going to charge what they can for it and also whatever their costs associated. Now, maybe PETA is sitting there saying, we got sources for almond milks that'll at a better deal or whatever that you don't need to charge more, but I'm pretty sure it costs more. Am I crazy?
Yeah, of course it would.
I feel like even in the supermarket it costs more. I mean,
it's got to.
It does, right?
I don't actually know, but I'm making the assumption.
Starbucks currently charges 70 cents extra for dairy alternatives, including soy, coconut, almond, and oat milk. It's just amazing they carry all these milks. It's going to be 17 milks before you're done. I want to know what you can't milk. They can milk all of it. They could have cashew milk. There's one other place they offer me the cashew milk. So you can milk it.
Why does he got to do
milk it?
The whole glue thing? Why doesn't he just open up his little shop next to it and start giving away
all
free
milks.
vegan anything you want?
Because the super glue is way easier.
Here now they made some headway. The chain recently dropped the surcharge at its United Kingdom stores. We'll see. Maybe the argument here. Maybe there's another argument, which is that Starbucks is making so much cash, they don't need the 70 cents
to cover
their. Maybe they just supply and demand. They just know they just know they can.
They can charge that.
We got breaking news in the chat. Someone says that Mo was fired for playing FIFA on the job. I think Mo
That's a
might-
double story
I think Mo
with
might
the
be.
FIFA and the Xbox.
Yeah, I think Mo might be. Okay, here's the quote. My friends at PETA and I are calling on Starbucks to stop punishing kind and environmentally conscious customers for choosing plant milks, Cromwell said in a press release. We all have stake in the life and death matter of climate catastrophe, and Starbucks should do its part ending its vegan upcharge. I don't know. I don't know if, I guess Starbucks is probably a good target because they may actually do it, right? This is probably in line with their clientele and they may actually do it.
It doesn't bother me that he's got a problem with it or the whole group in general, but it's just the action that you have to take and go to this length. I don't know. It's a little much, but I guess it is working.
It's also like, I don't know, man. For some reason, for me, when I see these type of situations, I'm like, okay, here's Starbucks, right? Starbucks selling coffee around the world. Imagine the complexity of that business, all the places in which you could point at and say you could do this better, like buying beans, shipping them, where they're roasting them, who's suffering, are they getting paid a fair amount, whatever cups that you're encouraging me to take, what plastics you're using, straws, lids,
it's tough.
milks, and which is the most environmentally friendly. And I don't even know. I remember reading something about almond milk and how there are consequences, water consumption usage when you have droughts in the places that almond milk is create. And it's just like, it's endless.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it gets endless. Or the bees getting transported in from their natural habitat, then all of a sudden catastrophe, all these bees dying because they need to be used in the process of making almond milk. And I'm just like, I mean, I got all these milks in my fridge. I opened my fridge, I got all these milks. No, I'm telling you, like, it's not, some of these are delicious milks.
They are, yeah. I drink oat milk all the time.
But part of me wonders if the whole world like switched overnight, and I'm sure someone's done this math, which is the most optimal milk? That's what I want to know from an energy consumption perspective. Because even these oats, you're milking oats, I don't know. They got to soak in water for a long time. You need a lot of water.
Yeah.
And then the water guys are going to be upset.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
What else do you have to do? Do they soak in water at room temperature? Is there heating involved? The almonds, we obviously know what's involved. Well, the oats, you got to grow them first. You got to water the oats to grow them. I mean, you could eat the oats as well. But what happens to the leftover oats? They go to dog food?
There's got to be...
Because that oat is not turning 100% into milk, right? If you ever tried to milk an oat,
an oat?
did you ever try
like it has an udder?
I'm saying, man, if you soak an oat, the oat is left over a lot of the material.
Like there's always going to be a byproduct of something that you're doing.
I like that byproduct. Yeah, what are the byproducts and how efficiently can we use those? But it's beyond the scope of anything that any one individual can really tackle, especially once you add in the company trying to be successful, make money, and have a sustainable business model all alongside the customer demands and so forth.
It's very complicated.
It's like when Apple tells me that I can save the world by buying a new laptop. That,
it's like, oh, really?
It's environmentally carbon neutral, and I feel really good about that. I'm like, okay, let me buy the laptop. But then I'm like, do I need a new laptop? Because there's a lot of materials and things that went into that had to be extracted from the earth.
Yeah.
But that somehow you're removing my guilt, which is now enabling me or encouraging me to buy a new thing that I might not have needed in the first place.
And then the other one just
thus
goes in
wasting
the
more
Yeah.
products.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely at least a conversation around it. That you're in the business of selling me things on a yearly basis to pad your bottom line that in many cases probably don't have to be replaced on a yearly basis.
I've been using actually Mo was asking me earlier today how old my MacBook Air was, and it was 2016. It's fine. I mean, it's not like getting to the point where it's unusable or there's not enough storage or something. So I have nothing to complain about, but yeah, it's like, 8 years? I never changed my laptop once.
And you're living life.
I'm doing just fine.
I know, but you don't fit into the keynote. I mean, the keynote treats you like you're getting a new one every year.
Well, I'm just not that customer.
No, I know, but I'm saying the way that if you were hanging out around here and you saw the keynote,
Yeah.
and you sit there and you watch the whole sales pitch, it's almost like matter of fact that this new one is so much better.
Right.
They don't come out with the keynote and go, yours is fine.
Made some minor improvements.
Yours is fine. Like car companies don't do it. Like the whole premise of this thing continuously moving.
Well, you got to make money, right? You got to make a couple $1 trillion.
In a direction is required based on that. And then all the people who work for those companies need those things to happen as well to have that cycle. So it just gets so big picture so fast for me that I just can't even yell at them about their milks.
And the dairy industry is so huge. They have an infrastructure already.
Oh, that you would have to rebuild.
Oh, yeah. Like the whatever, logistics and...
Yeah. Well, I guess what they do in their case is they just focus in on the cow. And they say, and they go and they envision the singular cow. And they go, you know, if 12 people switch to almond milk, or whichever one he's promoting, which I don't know which one it is, but any of the other ones, this cow isn't here. I mean, I think they try to make it as actionable as possible, as simple as possible for the purpose of that particular organization.
Will makes a good point on the fact that the infrastructure, like any big business, has been built out. So like they have machinery that probably pumps, I don't know, many of cows' milks at once, or like, do you know what I mean? Like it's
they definitely
like the efficiencies.
The efficiencies, and so then all of a sudden
they definitely got those. But
it's every action is
but
a
then
reaction.
they're talking about methane and the waste that all those
of course,
produce, and then you got to run numbers against all the oats that Will wants to milk.
And then you end up having the actor super glue his hand on the
look
counter
at all
there.
look at all.
Yeah,
that's where it ends up here.
That's where we're at. That's the conclusion. That's the end of the calculation. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah, we could talk about that forever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now we get to the fun stuff.
Yeah, let's get to the
fun stuff because I got oats to milk.